contact.
The following program is for adults only. Parental guidance is suggested. In other words, we're gonna be fucking swearing and talking about fucked up shit. Get your goddamn kids away! Leave me alone!
Hey man, this is Keith Richards. When I'm not smoking my father's ashes or playing the same guitar riff for 50 years, I'm listening to the Cult of Contempt podcast. It's a real love Monday.
Tonight we have an intelligent conversation about a murderous doll trying to kill you. That's right, tonight we talk Chucky and the Child's Play filmography. Why is Paul so in the bag for a psychopathic doll that talks like Jack Nicholson? Then we go in depth to the killer doll trope, concept common in every culture and even used in early sci-fi TV. In '63, Rod Serling used the killer doll trope in the classic Living Doll, episode 6, season 5. It starred Telly Savalas. I watched it with Allie from 6'8 Mathematics, and here were some of her thoughts.
Is the theory that when young women grow and change, they bring evil into the house? Is it that step families are dangerous and should be avoided? Or is it saying that technology is really scary, and once we learn how to do a new technology thing, we should all be afraid that it's going to run our lives and try to kill us?
All of this, plus our take on Valentine's Day, and highlights from Friday's Clash Bar show, and Phil's probably going to say something gross, so stick around.
And now, Cult of Contempt podcast presents Out and About with Jim Cook. That's right, we sent Jim Cook to talk to people. Here's what happened.
I'm with James Schreiber, formerly of Funch, a huge Slayer fanatic. Do you really want to wake up in the morning and listen to a song about an evil doctor in Auschwitz?
It's the energy of the song. Fucking crazy lyrics, and it's really interesting. But Slayer is a lot of aggressive energy. I think that's what they bring.
Oh my god, Alexa's here. So I have a prediction for the year 2021. You are gonna hate fuck Phil.
With my foot.
I am Lorray, and I will fucking rule you, and you're listening to Cult of Contempt.
I don't use profanity, Jim.
You don't? Really? Is it a religion thing? What is your favorite curse word?
Fuck.
Shit biscuits.
Everyone's favorite swear word is shit.
Really?
Shit.
Honestly, cold pizza sucks. It's so fucking gross. Instead of saying fuck, we should say cold pizza. What is your favorite word?
Fuck.
What is your favorite swear word?
Fuck.
What would you like to be doing right now?
Fucking.
This is Jim Cook with a Clash Bar report. The window seems to be fixed and working out adequately. Good news here. Back to you, Paul. Wait, how do I make this stop? God!
Hey, this is Sam from the Clash Bar, and you're listening to Cult of Contempt podcast. S.E. Grossman on Facebook to read some dope writing. Fight me.
Inquisitor is looking firmly with an inquiry. It's time to name the asshole of the week soon. Cult of Contempt. Cult of Contempt. Cult of Contempt. Wednesdays at 8:18.
Contempt. The Cult of Contempt. And we have contempt for everything. For everything.
I'm fucking exhausted, man. That was not snow, that was ice. My snowblower was fucking useless. I was kind of on my own, but my wife kind of did some stuff, and she probably shouldn't have been, and thank God, I love you, Allie, but it was a rough morning. But, you know, I don't have to walk 8 hours to get water, so I'm trying to keep perspective, but that sucked. I wasn't ready for that.
You should have just hired a single dad plow your driveway like I did.
All right, I'm getting that number for you.
What else does he
I literally, he'll do anything. He's like literally like you could pay him $20 to like fucking do anything. My aunt hired him a long time ago, but now he's on like
to murder your
he's
uncle.
on Citizens of Bloomfield now, so he's like always like, yo, like I'll come to your house and clean everything.
You're a citizen of Bloomfield.
I am a citizen.
Is he gonna like come to my house and murder me?
No,
Did you get
come to your
thrown
house
out of that group, like the
fucking-
soup group?
No, I got thrown out of the soup group. I didn't get thrown out of the soup group. I got suspended from the soup group. I got thrown out of the houseplant hobbyist group.
What?
I got thrown out of the houseplant hobbyist group.
Houseplant hobbyist? Wait, the hobbyists were like, no, you gotta go.
No,
Get out.
so what happened was so it's like this thing where like if you buy a plant and like you don't know how to take care of it, you can be like, yo, what the fuck kind of plant is this? And then people like literally go fucking crazy. They're like, you have it in a bathroom, you're a fucking plant murderer and shit. So like I called this lady a cunt and I got blocked like, from the group.
It was like an online
I was like,
group, or-
chill cunt, and then I posted a picture of me stepping on the already dead plant and I got fucking like thrown out of the group.
How many groups have you been thrown out of to date?
I wish I would have kept track, honestly, at this point. It has to be some sort of record. I should start a group for all the groups I got thrown out of.
Speaking of groups, going back a couple episodes when I was shitting on Kate Pearson from This Is Us.
This is ass.
Yeah, This Is Ass. I went on one of the groups and I was just in a bad mood. And sometimes I do passive aggressive things online. And one of the things I did was I went on and I said, hey, I really love the show. I love how they mess with time, but there's still a common theme. But, you know, Kate's a fucking awful character. She shouldn't have sold Toby Star Wars figures, and I don't think she deserves Toby. And I actually said fucking, I waited, heard nothing, but then I noticed they're in my feed now, so they accepted me. Even though I had this fucked up thing, there was probably spelling errors. I think I was drunk.
Did you know that today is the day that everyone's supposed to rob Walmart because they can't stop y'all?
Wow.
What?
It was a group, it was a Facebook group that was made about 2 months ago, and on February 13th, everyone's supposed to just go to Walmart and steal everything. Because they, in theory, cannot catch us all.
Oh, so it's like a numbers game?
It's like one of those, like, everybody go and do it at the same time.
It's like a flash mob that steals.
A flash mob that, like, an actual mob.
You know what I thought a flash mob was?
Like a literal actual mob.
Yeah. I like that.
Just push over the lever and grab the flat screen.
I thought that there'd probably be like more practical applications for that.
I'm contemplating if I would partake, but I don't know. That just
like
seems
the
like
verge of
looting.
I'd probably only steal lipstick or something,
Well, no,
you know?
you'd go to like a Walmart where you're the only person that's doing that, and you just get popped.
Let me fucking tell you about how many times I've been profiled at Walmart. Because I have like a serious problem with it. Like, I'm at the point now where I tell them to call the cops. I'm like, I want to press kidnapping charges. This is wrongful fucking they're kidnapping.
You should get a lawyer's business card and hand it to him.
No, it's literally like they've pulled me in and like they're like, we want to search you. I'm like, for what? I just spent $80 on spray paint, bro. Like, let me go huff this. Fuck, like I'm not even committing a crime in here.
They really give you the business?
They give me the business every fucking time I'm there. It's always like the same fat fucking like greased back haired like lady.
She's probably jealous.
She's like very greasy looking. Like her name's normally like Zelda or like Karen. Like
Is she the person of Walmart, or are you the person of Walmart?
The only person
you know what the thing is like I never got caught. I stole a fucking rug from Walmart once when I was like 17. I like walked in with like a fucking Starbucks receipt. And I walked out like struggling with a rug, and they helped me carry it to the fucking car.
Hey, did Zelda have a boyfriend named Ganon by chance? I'm just curious.
We gotta talk. I
don't think she had any boyfriend. I think that's what her problem was. But anyway.
I can use
That's right, she was Zelda. That's right.
Yeah, no, now
That's
every time I'm in there trying to make a legitimate purchase, they're just up my ass.
That's bullshit.
I'm sorry, dude. That's
no. It's because I'm, you know, obviously.
You're a menace to society.
We gotta just point out the obvious here.
You're being profiled.
I'm being profiled.
I think you just need to take a deep breath in life and just calmly walk through it, and most people ignore it.
I'm being profiled.
I just drive the speed limit and hope I don't get bothered. That's my like.
I drive 10 over
Problem
the
is,
speed
Paul,
limit.
you have a child molester mustache. So.
No, it's a Charles Bronson mustache.
And as soon as you explain it to the police that way, they're
My
just
friend
like,
Wildy's coming to visit.
You're the guy making the bomb for that guy.
You shouldn't talk. You have a terrorist beard too.
This isn't terrorist.
We look like a sleeper cell in this camera.
I don't.
No, that camera just looks like a fucking weird, different show with fun people. We look like we're over here, like fucking plotting.
we look like we're about to go on our like boat and like drink some sangria or something.
Nice.
You and I look like two guys at the CIA would be like,
I look like a fisherman.
infiltrate this group and get them to do fucked up shit so we can arrest them.
They look suspicious.
Yeah.
Let's take them down.
Yeah.
Let's get them to play with their bubbles first, guys.
Wait, what?
That's what I would do if I was a spy. I'd be like my calling card. I'd be like, okay, guys, put this M&M in your butt and walk around.
Oh no, it's the butt tickler.
Put it between your butt cheeks and walk around.
I remember when.
Oh no! If you took it out, because there won't be a M&M mark.
That reminds me of like a story when I was a kid. My friend was like telling me, he's like, yeah, when I grow up, he's like, I want to eat Fruit Loops out of a girl's pussy. And I thought, like,
That's just problematic.
well, as like a kid, I'm
It's
like,
just like a lot of steps you'd have to go to like to make that possible.
yeah, well, like as a kid, it's just like, oh yeah, you could just shove
You
them
think
up
you gotta
there.
just like put her upside down
know.
like this and like pour him in?
My cartoon perception of a vagina when I was like fucking
Like
7.
surprise.
It's like,
I saw a video of this bitch like fucking herself
I
with
came out of
gravel,
one.
and like I mean I guess it's doable. Like it's doable.
Sugar in that area for too
You
long.
gotta like I mean you gotta like you gotta
the
destroy it
pH
first.
of the vagina is gonna go
But-
crazy.
It's important.
It's gonna curdle the milk. Let's be real. Let's be real. It's gonna turn that shit right into yogurt. Did you hear about the lady that did that? She did that. There's a lady that did that. She literally made yogurt with her pussy cultures and then she fed it to her friends. And she sold it at like farmers markets.
There was a company that was trying to make beer. Had,
Yeah,
like,
you know what?
vaginal yeast, and that sounds like beer I would never want to drink.
That sounds like beer I could probably get some creeps to buy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's creep beer.
We need to address also this other thing. There was a big lapse in understanding last week.
Enjoy some creep.
Where Jim thought I was a prostitute for $30.
Alright, the Skype
Jim thought
line.
I pissed on somebody inhuman for $30 on not even 30 American dollars, 30 Amazon dollars.
Alright.
Dollars on Amazon.
First off, you and Sam have got to stop yelling at me at the same time. It's very
Put an
confusing.
Amazon gift card on me, like piss on me, girl. I'm like,
You said I thought you said three $50 Amazon gift cards, and he pissed on me and he cried, and I pissed on him and he cried.
I heard
No.
that he pissed himself.
The problem
and
was
cried.
it was on the Skype line. It was really hard to hear.
You're both very wrong. What happened was.
Are you like seriously mad because the technology was to blame here?
No, I'm explaining that I'm not a prostitute in
Anyone
person
wants
for
to pay me
$30.
$30 for my urine, I'm pissing it away for $30.
Jim's like, I just don't want you to legally get in trouble. That's like, isn't that like prostitution?
No, this is what I said to you exactly. I was like,
Oh,
hey Alexa,
man.
just looking out for you, but it's a slippery slope where you're going. That is exactly what I said.
Because once you start making dudes piss on themselves, then you just gotta make them start having diarrhea and shitting themselves. And that's just like,
Oh, that's easy. Just give
but
it.
no, so I was on Kick, and like, I obviously like to extort men for money on the internet, so I'm on the internet trying to find men to like make do things, and I find one, and this one's just like, I want you to like humiliate me. I'm like, give me $30 on Amazon. He's like, I'll give you the code for this first $10 gift card. I'm like, you don't even have one gift card, you have 3 $10 gift cards.
It was $3 $10.
Like, are you
I heard $3 $50. I thought you did it for $150.
I would have actually peed on someone for $150. Are you kidding?
That's what I'm talking
Like,
about.
I
That's a
would've.
slippery
It is
slope.
a
Can they worry
It's not
about
a
you?
slippery slope. I get it. Like, a slippery slope would like me not knowing that's where it'd be going. Like, I'm
Stage
very well aware of the slope
I would
I
be
have.
holding it. It's like, no, don't watch.
Wearing cleats on that slippery slope. It don't matter anyway. So he's on Kick, and I'm like, I want you to cry. Like, fuck. Like, I don't.
I'm assuming Kick is an app and not
Kick
a
is just
drug.
like it's a sketch. He might be on drugs.
It's a great club drink.
Anyway, I made him chug a whole bunch of root beer, burp. I called him a pig. He started crying. And then I was like, jerk off with your tears. And he did. I was like, pee on yourself. And then he did. And then I made him send me the codes for the other stuff. And then I think he thought I was going to keep going, but I didn't. And I just like blocked him. But the codes worked. And I bought some shit on it. I bought San Pellegrino. A 24-pack.
Classy water.
Cost me $26, but it's shipped to my house. So.
San Pellegrino, if you're listening, she'll definitely do a commercial and say all of that for you.
I would fucking make other dudes pee on themselves for San Pellegrino. I'm sorry.
It's worth making people pee themselves.
I'd honestly do it if there was just a friend there and they were bored and I needed to entertain them. Like, I'd be like, want to see something cool? Watch this.
That was like the coolest way to get beverages ever.
You want to see something cool?
I'd like to raise a moral question here.
Yeah.
All right, on the show Younger, don't ask me why I watch it. The daughter...
You're such a teenage girl, I swear to God.
All right, we'll get into that later, but this it's the show with this dancer and Hillary Duff and one's pretending to be a millennial to be at this publishing company.
Okay.
Anyway, Google it, Jesus Christ.
I'm literally Googling.
But her daughter is putting her face in bread and guys are like jerking off to it.
Yeah, no, that's
to make
possible.
money in college. And it's just like, if somebody's jerking off to it, isn't it like a sexual act?
People are jerking off to me all the time for free. For free. Yeah, I know, because they tell me, they're like, yeah, I jerked off to your picture last night. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that wasn't even a cute one.
How dare they have imagination?
I'm so sorry everybody talks so gross to you.
It's disgusting. That's why I'd rather make some money. I could show you Instagram messages. I could show.
I don't know.
It's weird when I'm the nice person in someone.
You're like my cool older brother. Like my cool older brother that's never tried to put his dick in me. It's like so nice. I just feel so safe. You know?
Yeah, this is a
drink a few
safe space.
sangrias, there won't be an accident. It's fine. We're good. We respect each other here. Anyway.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a positive.
Yeah, it's so nice.
I think I
don't know. I feel so alienated in other social circles sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. I'm always most alone when I'm in a crowd.
I feel extremely alienated all the time. That's why I just don't care anymore.
Now, no, you know, my life is good. I'm just busy all the time.
My thing is that I don't really believe in anything and I don't fit in anywhere, but the flip side of that is you fit in everywhere. But you can always be like the person that's really checking out what the fuck is going on.
It's called a switch.
There's that too.
I'm a switch.
So switch meaning you could leave one social group in an instant without any baggage.
Yeah,
That's one way to
that's
put
what it
it.
means now.
Or are you talking about a switch like a stick that Michael Jackson's father used to beat him
Oh,
with?
you sweet little Sussex County boy.
What's a switch? like a dude. I thought that was catfishing.
No, I want you to. All right, I want you to tell me what you think we're talking about, and then I will.
Dude, I thought that was catfishing.
Keep going. Keep going. What do you think?
Dude,
I feel like this is like in the fourth. It's
no, a dude like saying on a chick and it's a dude.
It's like in fourth grade.
But I thought that
she
was
gave him a BJ. It's like, what's a BJ? It's like, you don't know. Never gonna get one.
Dude, I'm not an idiot. I know what a blowjob is.
Yeah, so you don't know what a switch is?
Jim Cook has seen blowjobs.
Do you know?
On the internet.
Alright, like a switch is a person that can take on either role. So whether that be like bottom or top or dom or sub or whatever. If you're a switch, you just like you can change.
Or daddy and baby
Whatever
girl.
you're doing, yeah. Yeah,
I always thought that was
switch
called.
and be baby girl.
In my day, that was called
I don't want to be
versatile.
baby
You want to be
girl.
baby girl.
But I'll be baby
Mortician
boy.
and corpse.
Baby girl.
They don't call it versatile anymore. Just the language has changed.
Versatile?
But
No,
you would
they
say I'm
have
talking to me like I'm an idiot.
Evolving is
And this is a vagina, Jim.
Wait. BDSM switch is actually the word that's used. That's the technical
Switch is like an
language.
actual term.
Yeah, that's really.
There's switch and then there's like evolving someone that like doesn't really know. They're like,
And you're
then you
obviously
put your
the
finger on their
bottom.
butt and they're like, okay, I'm evolving. Put your finger in my butt. Didn't know I like that.
Are these genders? What are these?
No, these are just like sexual preferences.
No. Everybody is either
Sexual
dominant
roles.
or submissive in the bedroom, and some
Dominant,
people like
submissive,
both roles.
switch. there's like all sorts of different names and roles that you can play. I guess.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
There's like
I'm an old
doms,
school-
daddy doms.
I'm
like,
so old school.
yeah.
Like I when I was dating like these young
fin
girls
doms. Those
that
are
want to be
financial
choked.
doms.
yeah.
These young girls like want to be choked in all this weird shit. Like
Yeah, but then you choke them and they're like, oh, and they can't breathe and shit. It's
no,
like,
it's just
You gotta
weird.
choke them right.
Dude, I grew up watching like porn from the 80s, I guess. So it's like
Yeah, Wendy
fucking big
Walker
teased hair, just like muscle.
high ass fucking like
the hot ones.
8 is Enough was the porn I found
The
that my
point
dad
is
did.
nobody was choking each other.
I was
They
like
were
an
just
orgy and they were all
fucking-
Tracy
like
Lords.
Indian.
Tracy Lords. I'm sorry. I was having a mental block.
That's okay. I was talking about this porn I found that was my dad's once.
What was it called?
It was called 8 is Enough.
8 is enough.
And they were like dressed like Indians and they were all like, fuck it.
Nice.
Why would they be dressed like Indians and an 8 is enough there?
It was-
Somebody looked like.
It was an orgy.
What was that guy's name? Rick Van Patten?
I remember
The big fat guy? Oh, wait. This is way before your time. I was like a
Enough,
baby
and
when 8 is
then,
enough was a thing.
I remember when I was much older, I inherited a lesbian porn collection that from my roommate that like moved out, and they had a lot of good ones in there, but like the best one was the Da Vinci Load, Angels and Semen,
Nice.
which was a sequel to the just original Da Vinci Load. And it starts off with her running down a hallway, and then her little puzzle thing just like falls out of her pussy.
Oh.
And then this guy comes and he's just chasing. I never saw the Da Vinci Code, so I can't tell you who the character. But he chases her with her like pussy puzzle.
The guy banging is Tom Hanks,
Crazy.
basically.
I like some good porn parodies. Edward Penis Hands. I always thought was a classic. My favorite.
I watched a college and porn called Eyes Wide Shut.
Buys Wide Shut. Was it a parody or just taking the name?
What the fuck?
There was masks, but they weren't the same masks, and there was like dudes and girls and dudes and girls, and you know, it was kind of weird. It was like it looked like a society cult kind of thing, but it was all overly produced. They were make-upped. They were too well lit. I like a little grit.
Yeah.
The
Amateur
reality
stuff.
porn is pretty good.
The first
You still
dirty
need to set
tape
up.
that like we ever found. We were at my friend's house, like looking for fucking Class of Newcomb High or something, and his mom picks up a tape. She goes, "Tight squeeze. What is that? A dirty movie?" And she's like tosses it aside.
And you guys are like,
Me and my friend are just like. So she leaves. We're just like, boop, take that. Fucking. And boy, wasn't it. And I remember that was the first time I ever heard the word cock, and it was just this girl going, "I want your cock! Oh, I want your cock!" Like screaming it. And I was just like, wow, like being a grown-up is gonna be awesome.
Seeing someone come in a porn for the first time was like, what the fuck is going on? It was crazy to me. And then you go to the bathroom, and then you're using the hand soap, and you're like, what the hell is this hand soap made of? And but then a guy in middle school told me, oh, that's fake. That's just hand soap. I don't know why he told me that.
You think they could fake that in the 80s?
Probably not now.
They wouldn't have. They would have
No,
just
why would
pulled a
they?
stunt cock. If the guy comes
Yeah, and they probably just have a guy who like holds out for a while and or takes.
He just stays on
if
the
you take
side, like,
vitamin E,
jerking off.
yeah. If you take vitamin E on a regular basis, your cum is. I hit myself in the face.
Ecstasy?
vegans have the best tasting cum.
Really?
People, yeah.
Does the pineapple thing work, or is that a myth?
Pineapples, peaches, mangoes, any kind of fruit.
Because you think the citrus would find its way through.
It's the sugars, really.
I knew a girl in college who was doing research with her boyfriend, and he was drinking cranberry juice for several months, and she did say it tasted sweeter.
I have this system with cured meats and cheeses, and I consume them.
Right.
And I wait about 4 weeks, and then when Ellie's ready, I go in, and she's very happy with what comes out because the cured meats really make for the best semen.
Really?
Boar's Head, you gotta go Boar's Head. You really do.
Boris
They
said if
should-
you're listening.
I am gonna so get divorced now.
We need to get sponsorship from Boar's Head.
Wait, which is the most erotic of the cured meats?
I think on that note, we should go to
Olive loaf? What are we doing?
We should go to Inquisitor.
Head
We're going
cheese.
to Inquisitor.
It's the head cheese.
We haven't even
Yo, can
talked
I
about.
real
You gotta give me some warning
Real-
so I can plug them
Real
in,
quick,
man.
my dad, while you're doing that, my dad sends me this message, and I honestly thought he was dying. He's like, I hope you kids know how much I love you and how proud I am of all of you. You're the best thing to ever happen to me. My brother sends a heart. I go, what the hell? Are you okay? Are you watching Sound of Music? He goes, no, Overboard. My brother's
The new one or the remake?
My brother's like, Overboard, like with Goldie Hawn. My dad goes, yeah. My brother goes, great movie. And my dad goes, will you turn off your Wi-Fi, asshole? And that's the end of it.
Why would he want to turn off his Wi-Fi?
Because they live together still. But like, can we just for a second, like, what's the movie Overboard about?
Okay.
Goldie Hawn
is
falls
rich.
overboard. Yeah, as a rich broad, she falls over a boat, and then Kurt Russell's like, "Yeah, I'm her husband."
He's got 3 boys he can't take care
And
of,
he's got
and
3 kids he can't take care of, so he brings this like amnesiac into his fucking house.
Okay, I think I've seen this.
Rumor
He
was the
fucks her.
2 of them used to fuck on the set.
Really?
Aren't they like common law
Yeah, they have
married
a
almost?
kid.
Yeah, but they're still fucking on the
They
set.
have
Damn
Kate
it, she was
Hudson,
sung
don't they
back
have
in the
Kate
day.
Hudson and the boy. Wait, anyway. So wait, why does that make my dad love me?
What?
Why did that movie make my dad say he loved me?
Because eventually they fall in love and they make a little family. He probably felt emotional, so he decided to write that to you. Because he's probably getting older.
Maybe you
He
should
normally only sends me stuff like that when he's watching Sound of Music and they're being taken by the Nazis.
Those Nazis. Evil Nazis. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you know what? It was funny when I was a kid. I always watched The Sound of Music, and I always remember her dancing and singing.
I never
And then I
remember
guess I would lose interest about like an hour and a half through and fucking walk away. and
That's
do
like when I
something
didn't know
else.
Forrest Gump was about Vietnam.
Then I saw it in a play. I saw The Sound of Music, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Nazis? It's like, I thought this movie was 90 minutes long. My dad's like, no, it's like 3 hours. Like, you never gave a fuck.
I have still never seen Sound of Music, and Mary Beth still shames me for it.
I've
She's
never
like
seen the
really
whole
in the
thing.
bag for that movie, from what I remember.
I know there's Nazis.
Julie Andrews,
Edelweiss. I know that.
Wish.
But yeah, I had no interest. Like,
I wish I. Andrews.
but anyway, Inquisitor.
Okay.
do it.
Hey everybody, this is Inquisitor. If you're an artist and like to, you think you can build a better Inquisitor, a bigger one, so we can see it on the camera, write to me at cultofcontemptpodcast@gmail.com.
I'll just make one.
All right, so, but I'll save you the eyes.
Save me the eyes, yeah.
Eyes should be the
I
consistent
don't think I can
thing.
come.
No, the eyes have to go in the new
Who made
Inquisitor
this one?
and the
This
brain.
one's not bad.
I did it.
This is not bad, Jim. You did this. I'm not. I'm
But don't make a new Inquisitor.
Honestly,
'cause
like,
I'm just
I
gonna
don't-
fucking throw it right out the window.
Yeah, no, I don't think we should.
Don't waste your fucking time.
Send them all. We're gonna burn them in a big
Read the
fire.
question. I'm just pointing at everybody now, like Judge Judy.
Point this way, though. It's
On my worst day, I'm
this-
better than you
point
on
this
your
way,
best
it's
day.
harsher.
Oh Jesus Christ! This is a dangerous, dangerous question.
So do it.
What 2 local bands would you like to see throw down?
Throw down.
In a fist fight.
Yeah. No, in like a dance off. No, yeah, fist fight.
I'm gonna go ridiculous on this one. Rockstar Race Car and the Accelerators.
Nice. Old versus new.
Yeah, but I got my money on Wolverine. That kid's fierce.
I love him. I love him so much. He was showing me so many cool train videos the other day.
Oh, yeah?
He knew what the fuck he was talking about, man.
When we
Trains?
Trains.
Like on a train?
Locomotives, yeah.
Like Maddie?
Yeah.
Like Matt, he likes trains, right?
Probably. But, anyway.
No.
So that's my answer.
I want to see fight.
I'm gonna say the Schwam and Witches of Moodus, but we have to resurrect Ricky Rocket
And Kevin, yeah.
and Kevin. But Ricky Rocket, I think, would knock all their asses in the dirt.
Wait, like the Ricky
I want to see
Rocket from
Starbolt
Poison?
9 because I
No.
fucking hate them,
The
and
guy-
then
Ricky
Jeff
Rocket
Cobb,
from
whatever,
New
and I want
Jersey.
them to all fucking like
Really?
each other's dicks off. Yeah, I can't stand either of those fucking.
Who?
DEFCON 9, 6, something, I don't know. And then Starbolt 9, which is like the guy who does that Kiss cover band, who I hate any fucking band this guy's in. I don't remember his fucking name. He's a shitty haircut. He looks like a cunt.
That's
What
a
the fuck's
great
his name?
description, Alexa.
Oh, what's his name?
He looks like a cunt.
Doesn't matter. He fucking did, like, I don't know how you're gonna
Webster's
I
Dictionary.
don't know how you're gonna have a
defines
fucking Kiss
cunt
cover
as-
band and destroy Detroit Rock City by not keeping tempo.
Oh,
It's
God.
fucking Kiss. Like, da-na-na-na, na-na-na-na,
They're probably amateurs, and like.
No, he has like other bands. He's like, we play in the city. I'm like, go back to the
I'm just
fucking
saying,
city.
Detroit Rock City is a tricky song.
I found my answer. I would love to see From Parts Unknown at a combined weight of 470 pounds. 6 to 8
I knew you were going to
mathematics.
say that. All right, where is this going?
And Atomic Disasters?
No.
Because that'd be fun.
For who?
Hailing from 1945 at a combined weight of, I don't know, what is dust weigh? Dusty old pussy. What does that weigh? Probably like 90 pounds. The Catholic Girls. I would love to see that.
The throwdown.
Just to watch 6 to 8 run
That would
through
be a
them and then
fun
just
celebrity
turn to
death
dust.
match, though. Think about it.
Both 6 to 8 and the Catholic Girls were at some radio station that Buzz was affiliated with, like in the middle of the night in some college far away. I don't know. Somebody who knows.
In the middle
fill
of
in
the night
blank.
at a college far away.
And then like Buzz was there with some weird dude, and the dude kept talking. I was trying to hear the interview, and he was being really loud. And I'm like, dude, they're on the air. When that light's on, you shut the fuck up or talk quiet. He goes, you're disrespecting me, and I'm like, you're an asshole. And I just went into the other room and just sat there. But it was just sort of like, you know, what were the Catholic school girls were like, you know, talking.
No, they're the Catholic Girls. When you call them the Catholic school girls, you get corrected. I didn't change.
They get the rulers out, okay?
Nice.
Oh, wow. So you played with them.
Yeah, I think.
They played at Clash. I think
Young boys! That's all I remember.
No, I played a show with them.
Oh.
There always seemed to be this sort of friendliness between those two bands, but there always seemed to be a little snarkiness between the two. I don't know, it's kind of a chick thing, but I'm not going to out anybody. But sometimes she does that as shtick, so I don't know.
Huh.
But, no, and then, I don't know. But the Catholic schoolgirls were always nice.
The Catholic girls.
Oh, right.
They're gonna punch you in the mouth.
Yeah, they're not schoolgirls.
I like the Protestant women better.
They're the-
personally,
they're the Catholic
Superior band.
octogenarians.
Superior. Why they don't play any Catholic rock and it just.
What
Yo,
Catholic rock is good?
We should start.
What Catholic rock is there? It's all Christian rock.
We should start a Christian rock band, the four of us.
Really?
We should start a Protestant grindcore band.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll protest everything.
I'm
I
gonna
know,
say,
I have
you know
really
what two bands I
capacity
want
for
to see
projects
fight?
right now.
I want to see my boyfriend's band and my boyfriend's band fight.
Yeah,
'Cause he's
both
in
your
two bands.
boyfriends are- oh, that's.
No, he's
awesome.
actually in 3 bands, but I'd like to see them all fight and break up so he has more time for me.
I'd also like. What's that other band? They just put out the video. I can't remember their name now. They were like a younger chick band. They were really good. They played with 6 to 8.
Oh yeah. The Nirvana Bleach Girls is how I remember them. But they had a name.
They're fucking really good.
But they were good.
It was like a
They were just-
sponsorship.
and when I say Nirvana Bleach, I mean they had that right amount of raw. That's.
I want to see them go toe to toe with the Catholic girls.
I want to see you produce them.
Oh,
But
nice.
I don't know. I don't want to start
I
trying.
want to
I
see
think it'd
you
be cool if you
produce
had
a
some
lot of
kids.
stuff.
But I think you could.
If I could,
What do you want to do?
You're like, produce them. I'm like, fucking have some kids.
Produce-
don't joke like that. It's not funny.
It's hilarious.
His balls are all messed up. It's not-
Yeah, he's been putting a phone under it for years.
Yeah, and then last Friday at work,
Not lying.
No, last Friday at work. This is serious. I got like smashed in the head. You know what a Kelly plate is?
Oh yeah.
It's like a dock plate. It comes out of like a dock door, and you pull a chain on it, and it swings up, and it comes down so that they could drive a forklift into the truck and pull out pallets.
Right.
The guys pulled it, and the chain broke off. I was the only guy that was shown how to like fix that. Before the other guy left, he's like, "Oh, this thing, it'll break. You know, like I'll show you how to fix it."
Okay.
So Martin showed me. So I was like, I can fix that. So we propped the fucking thing up because they can't open it. And I put it on once, it opens, it's all good. And then the chain breaks off again. So I'm like, fuck. So I prop it up again. I'm fixing it. It's a spring-loaded thing, so it don't need that much of a tug.
Right.
And I guess I put the chain on it just a little bit too much that way. and the fucking thing shot open and cracked me in the top of the head.
Holy shit.
And I was
Did
like,
you see a flash of light?
dude, the fucking warehouse guys were like staring at me like, what's gonna happen? And the one guy, he's like, my nigga, he's like, I thought you were fucking dead. He's like, I had to fucking walk away. Like, he was freaking out.
Holy shit.
I kind of was just like, wow, did that thing hit me? Like, I thought I got out of the way, and the guy's like, no, it fucking nailed you right in the head.
Holy shit.
So,
oh my god.
Surprise,
I was
I'm
like-
alive, bitch.
I was like, kind of just like, I no-sold it, like the Road Warriors, you know? Remember them? The Legion of Doom?
Yep.
Get hit with something, they don't fucking sell it. I was, whatever. Go back inside, they're like, what the fuck? Like, go home. I ended up going home. I didn't end up going to the doctor, but I don't think I have a concussion. But looking at the signs,
Did somebody
of a
wake you up in
concussion,
the middle of the night and ask you your name? That's what you're supposed to do.
I don't know my fucking name.
It's
No, you know what's
Cumberbatch.
funny though is like the signs of a concussion. Aside from all the sound and like visual shit, I have trouble with balance. I have fucking like all these telltale signs, like I'm constantly in a fog and I'm very slow to react to things. Like if you looked at me, if a doctor looked at me any day of the week, they'd be like, yeah, this guy's fucking punch drunk.
I'm high.
You're just high, yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
No.
I'm just high. I'm just high.
Should we pull another question? That was
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
This reminds me
We
of.
gotta get the child's
Have you ever
play.
seen Crocodile Dentist?
Crocodile Dentist.
It's this
Yes.
game where you press the tooth and then maybe it'll crush your finger.
I think we've addressed this a lot of times, but I'll read it anyway.
Okay.
What makes Phil think people would want to watch him get a blowjob in public? Did we cover this enough, right? I think
I
we've
was just
shamed
saying it was
Phil.
going to be the first time it ever happened in a podcast, and that's history making.
You know who I want to see get a
It
blowjob?
definitely happened in a
Chucky.
podcast. We just didn't know because they didn't see
Chucky
it.
getting a blowjob would be crazy.
Who did
Didn't
he be
that
getting it
happen?
from though, Barbie?
Nice transition.
He masturbated in Seed of Chucky.
Well, he fucking
yeah.
fucked Tiffany in Chucky.
Well,
Right,
yeah.
Chucky.
Bride of Chucky.
Which was the best Chucky movie because John Ritter was in it.
That was a good one.
a rubber?
Where he has all the fucking nails in his
Made of
face and he
plastic.
springs up out of the fucking the seat of the fucking van.
No,
But there's an organic element to what the spell does to the doll because
Well, no.
in the last one they were fucking up these dolls and they were
So
like
let's
guts.
go through it.
Okay, I'm
The
sorry.
first movie, you got the fucking serial killer. This is the OG one, not the remake.
In Hackensack.
Hackensack. New Jersey.
Hackensack, New Jersey.
No, I think it's Chicago.
Hackensack?
No, it wasn't
Not
Hackensack.
No,
Hackenstown.
they retconned. The original movie's supposed to be Chicago.
No.
For sure. But yeah, they did make it Hackensack and Bride. But
It was-
no, that's where the amulet ends up.
Oh, you're right.
All right.
But it was based on the My Buddy concept, right?
Yeah, so the guy
I
puts
thought it
his
was making
soul
fun
into
of Cabbage Patch Kids.
My
in
Buddy.
1988.
No, My Buddy doll. I don't think
Oh,
it was
really?
Cabbage.
Because he was a good guy and he had the same onesie that My Buddy had.
Oh, that's true. He was kind of like the dumbass redhead stepchild.
Funny
thing.
story, I had to get rid of my Buddy doll because I watched Child's Play. And my dad would like show me fucked up movies. That's why I love it so much. I'm all in with killer dolls because I would go to my dad's house and he's like, yeah, you can watch whatever you want. So I just fucking rent, like, yeah, let's get Hellraiser. Like, I'm 5, I can handle this. And so yeah, Child's Play scared the fuck out of me as a kid. And so I went home and like my dad's like, yeah, don't tell your mom like you watched this movie. I'm like, yeah, don't worry.
I don't have to tell her.
Don't worry.
She'll know.
Don't worry. I'm not a fucking pussy. I'm a pussy. So I go home. Me and my brother are like in our bunk beds, like going to sleep. My Buddy doll's on the dresser. My mom's like, "Good night, boys." Shuts the light out. Close the door. Me and him are sitting there, and he's like, "I think I just saw the doll move." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, dude!" And then the doll just falls off the dresser where it's been sitting for years. Like it hasn't moved. Like there's like a bunch of shit. Like I didn't play with that. Fucking that was it. Me and my brother were just out of that fucking room. I was in the top bunk. I think I jumped down and just ran out the door. And my mom was like fucking pissed. I remember her calling my dad, yelling at him, throwing the doll down in the basement. So then like a couple weeks later, my friend's like, yo, I rented Child's Play too. And then like a pussy, I watched it from out on his porch. I could see his TV, so that if it got too scary, I could fucking leave. And I watched the whole thing, and they throw the doll into the basement in that film. Right. So I look down my basement steps. There's the fucking. I'm like, oh god, like, Ma, you gotta just get rid of it. She's like, no, I don't want to get rid of it. I bought it for you. It's it's a toy. Like, no, fuck this. It's a curse.
Kill it with a shovel.
Gone. I stayed home from school to watch the fucking garbage man dump that into the truck and fucking drive away.
Nice.
That's how much of a pussy I was because of this movie. That's why I love it so much, because it was like one of the fucking things I remember being like watching as a kid. Like, this is fucked up. Like, if this happened to me, like, what the fuck would I do if my toys decided to become killer?
Right. And, okay, I'm gonna throw you a bone. When I was a kid, I was really in the bag for Jaws. I was obsessed with Jaws. But my brother knew it, and my brother would tease me mercilessly. Anytime I was in a pool, body of water, a bathtub, he'd hum, and it would freak me out. I just couldn't be in water and hear that music. And then when I did research on sharks in school, and then I was like 14, and my dad, they always had like a Jaws marathon on one of the cable channels around the time like the 4th of July weekend, and my dad was watching it, and I just sat in the bathtub and listened to the whole fucking movie, all the fucking shit, and I just like kind of overcame it, because it was an irrational fear. A shark is not going to be doing well in chlorine. It's not coming after you. It's going to be like,
yeah. You know what did it for me too was like watching the behind the scenes stuff that I could find, even as a kid.
that wasn't available for me.
Well, as a kid, it started to become available, and like, in certain places I'd be able to see certain things, or like Fangoria, they would show you like kind of behind the scenes shit once in a while, or cover somebody, and it's like, oh, that's all fucking bullshit. Like, really, like, it's completely irrational. I mean, I guess at 5-6 years old, it's like,
right,
you know what you see, and it's like, that's terrifying.
I mean, I would be obsessed with the movies, and I'd still watch them, but like, I couldn't be on the floor when the water was here. Like, it just would freak me out. And so I get what you're saying with that irrational fear. So you're not a pussy, you're just crazy.
Well, that's also
I'm not a pussy, I'm just crazy.
That's also before age 7, which is the age of reason. So if you see something before that age, it's kind of like fear is more powerful because you can't really reason with it as if when you're a little bit older and stuff like that. So that might actually come into play. And people are just naturally afraid of dolls.
I was always like, take me,
I don't know about,
End it. Fucking do it. Do it. Do you know how upset I was when Rapture didn't happen? I like literally like, I was like, I just fucking maxed out all my credit cards. Like, buying a 10.
Really in the bag?
Oh my God. No, not anymore. But like, really, like, fucking, I went crazy at Rapture. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna die. I'm fine with this.
My wife and I had.
I was supposed to die like 3 fucking times though. Like, I had the fucking Mayan calendar.
There was that
Rapture,
big one in like 2011.
Rapture, and then 2011.
My wife and I had a
Y2K.
We had like a.
Here I am.
You're here.
Who do I sue?
I don't know.
Because, like, really.
Like that guy
I was like, I wish I'm on the phone.
When the one was happening, my wife and I were having our joint like bachelorette party. We went to the track. We were like staying in like the VIP room, eating a nice buffet, and like,
way to go.
Oh my God, they have good stuff for
I'm saying if you're gonna die, that's the way to go.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, if we die, at least we're hanging out.
Yeah.
But I knew it wasn't gonna happen. But there was this one time my wife and I were taking a walk through Lake Hiawatha, which is a suburb of Parsippany, and this woman had these like cases out like to throw out, and I looked in them and it was like fucking wigs, and it freaked me out, so I backed away. The woman was like, you can take those wigs home, they won't hurt you.
I would have taken them.
And then the woman, I don't know, wigs freak me out. They've been on people's heads. I don't know who has lice or bed bugs. I don't know, it's a safety thing.
Oh my God.
But anyway, so this woman then went on this whole tirade like, I'm getting rid of all my stuff because I'm moving to some state and we're gonna have
Getting rid of my wigs.
And getting rid of my wigs. And she's like, the Rapture's gonna take you. What are you gonna do? And then I looked at Allie and I'm like, we're gonna take our chances. I feel good about this walk. And we just walked away.
Nice.
And yeah. All right. So Chucky. So the first one was basically the boy gets the doll for the gift. What's funny about the tie to Talking Tina or Living Doll from Twilight Zone is it was another broken home that this doll was introduced to, as if the doll was to replace the missing father.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So that seems to be an interesting trope, which makes what Ali said earlier. It kind of ties it all together. I should have put that as a separate.
No, I thought Talking Tina had a father. He was all mad. And
Well, he was the stepfather.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't.
And it was Tully Savalas. Yeah, I
I
watched it
love
again.
Tully Savalas. Westworld.
I
No,
think
that's
Yeah.
the pacing in that season 5 and the look of it.
Is that the British one?
I don't know. It's the last season.
No, I'm thinking of Tales from the Crypt. The last season takes place in England mostly. I don't know. They moved the production.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh man, I remember like the first time I huffed glue. I watched Tales from the Crypt, and it was a happy accident. I was doing a project for like a history class, and I didn't ventilate, and I was like, "Wow, I have like a dentist tie," and then I was like, "What is causing?" Oh, but then I don't know. I was a smoker. I started coughing. And this can't be good, you know. So
Now the new.
I don't want to be one of those pain huffer.
You saw the new trailer?
Yeah, and I don't know. To me, it's like part of the cool thing about it was kind of like this badass serial killer guy who had like a nasty mouth and stuff like that. And the new one's kind of like AI.
Yeah, I don't think the new one's gonna.
I don't know.
You fucking bitch!
His little hands just going like this.
But maybe the new approach is less is more.
I think the new approach
I
in a
loved how
way is
Tiffany smokes cigarettes.
My take on the new one, which is a remake or a reimagining. It's not a remake really. It's them taking kind of different aspects and making a new movie with like an Apple like company puts out this new doll. That shines a laser right in a kid's eyes like a fucking cunt right out of the box. Not sure about that. No, but I think with
then it's more about technology and it being evasive.
Well, it's this big company that makes the doll, right? So this doll's going to be able to connect to cars, to all kinds of shit, phones, and just see what.
All right, so it's one of those companies that has their hand in everything.
Everything, and I think the whole thing is that the doll is going to go. Like in the trailer, you see a guy. It looks like he jumps out of a window and like crashes down onto a car. And what the internet says is like rumor and innuendo is that it's a like a programmer that unlocks the AI of the doll to kind of become sentient, and then fucking commit suicide before the doll goes to production. So this doll is kind of like fucking. It can just jack into different shit, phones, cars, whatever.
It's a hi-fi.
And what it doesn't want is to be replaced. And the company, I noticed in like a teaser video, they posted a thing about like the Buddy 2.
Right.
Which is like, that would be the replacement for the Buddy, which I think is what.
So it's sentient and it wants its own survival. There's a word for that. It'll, well, I guess.
I think it's going to be a different movie, like than we're, like there's no voodoo aspect.
And I'm disappointed because the last two were good.
Well, we're getting a TV show.
That's true.
And it's going to take where that what plays off that Nika woman who's now
there's
by
now
Chucky.
2 Child's Plays. There's like the original OG Chucky with Brad Dourif as the voice. Where's Andy? That guy, fucking great. And we're gonna get a show on Sci-Fi of that follows like the continuity and basically the whole idea from the end of Cult of Chucky, where it's like he could fucking put his soul into all different dolls and send them out to like do his bidding. I don't know if we're gonna get like the Three Stooges shit like we got in that movie, which I thought was great. With the 3 dolls, I was dying because it's like. In a way,
so cheesy though.
It's
what he did to your hair. Yeah, go fuck that guy up.
But it's like there was no way.
Quality to it.
There was no way to tell them apart. Like if they were all identical and they all had the same voice, like it would be stupid.
Right.
So the fact that what it was like multiplicity, I thought was fucking in a movie that's supposed to be pretty serious. Like I thought that was like fucking hilarious. I love tone of all those movies except for Seed. I thought Seed was the worst.
Seed I haven't seen. That's the only one I haven't seen. But what I wanted to comment, the last 2, Curse and Call, I was expecting camp and garbage, but like when a snooty Hollywood type looks at like a Chucky movie, it makes money, but it's not art. fuck you. You should see some of the camera shots. Like, I took a picture and sent it to you guys. There was like this old throwback to an old Citizen Kane shot with the snow globe, where it's like the blood, and you see the woman's reflection in the blood, and it was really intricate. Now, what I don't know is, did they really film that, or is that CG? That's probably
It
CG.
might be CG, but
probably.
It's still pretty.
They're still paying homage to fucking Citizen Kane.
It was gorgeous. Like, they really tried. Some horror movies just check all the boxes, give you the gore, and are out.
Yeah.
But this was cinematic, and I was very surprised because I don't remember the first one being particularly cinematic. But I don't know.
The first one is very.
That explosion was kind of.
No, the first one is very like they're trying to shoot the doll as best they can, given the technology of the time.
It was 1988.
They had to build an entire fucking like set that's like that high, so that these puppeteers could control this doll.
Right.
And it was like 12 puppeteers, and like one controls the eyes, and one controls the mouth, and like, you know, they have to then sync this up to the voice. Like, now it's so much easier. Like, they CG his mouth, they CGI. There's a couple of shots in the newer movies where he's like walking up the stairs. I was like, I could have done without that. But like, you know, all things considered, it doesn't take away from it to me. I
was really pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting much, but I don't know. A horror movie to me is the only genre where it can be bad and you'll still enjoy it. Like a bad rom-com just makes me want to vomit in my mouth.
I think the worst Child's Play is the Seed, where they have the kid, and even that's like a whole joke about like Glenn or Glenda, and the kid's like transgender. It's like way before its time.
I saw a
It's
clip.
a movie that really like tackles an issue that didn't become a mainstream issue for fucking 10 years, and that's Don Mancini, the writer, is like gay. Like, he's out.
Right.
That's like a big. I always saw it as like kind of a big part of that whole movie, was almost like, I don't know, like he's trying to get his soul into, you know, some other guy. So I don't know. There's always kind of like a little homoerotic fucking.
You write what you know.
Yeah, like. So. I don't think it's homoerotic, but it's a little bit gay. Chucky, you know, like Chucky's gonna be a bro. I don't know. They kind of do it, but like, I don't know. I always thought it was like just a fucking great series. Like he takes, like, I like that he cast John Waters in it. I like that he kind of made Seed a silly movie. Like, how are you gonna follow up Bride of Chucky?
Yeah,
Bride of Chucky was like the start of like this weird. They did Child's Play. They did Child's Play 2. They both had Andy, the original Andy. Then Child's Play 3. Child's Play 2, Andy gets adopted by a family, gets the fucking doll. It goes on a spree. It ends in a factory. In 3, they drop the fucking doll's corpse into the plastic, and then they make a new doll. Right. Then it kills the CEO of the company. Looks up on his computer with the green and black screen, Andy Barclay, and finds him at a military camp. And now he's played by.
Knows how to,
And now he's played by a different kid. He was Jimmy Olsen in the Lois and Clark series. Yeah. That kid.
Okay. Right, and he was learning how to fight and protect himself.
Kinda. No, he was
because by Colton Curse, he's kind of a badass.
Well, they bring the original kid back though for that. But after 3, then like it went quiet, because I think 3 went direct to video.
Right.
It went quiet. Then 98 comes. They do Bride of Chucky.
My favorite.
That's like my favorite. That's like your heyday. You probably saw that in the movies.
I was 8 years old.
Holy shit!
I was 8 years old, and I didn't see it in the movies. I saw it 2 years later when it was on like Sci-Fi or like USA or something. And then I was at a sleepover, and we saw like the unedited version of it. And that, like, I always fucking loved it. And when I was younger, I was never scared of movies like that, like, at all. But I remember seeing that, and then like my favorite scene of that whole movie is when they think they killed John Ritter with the nail gun, and they put him in under the seat in the van, and then they're all driving around and whatever. She's like, "Where's my uncle?" Blah 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 blah, and then and he's fucking dead. Blood just like leaking out. That's so good.
I like when he
or when the fucking pops the waterbed with the mirror.
That's
fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fucking good. I like electrocutes, bitch.
When John Ritter pops out and he's got he's got all the nails in his face. Chucky's like, why does that look so familiar? It's fucking just like I love his one-liners.
Yeah.
Like his one-liners.
So good.
I looked him up on YouTube because I knew it wouldn't catch up with all of them.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen.
I love Jennifer Tilly too, though.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 I haven't seen in years, and but my point is I have no point. Phil, take over.
Well, I think in the new one, there's also that thing where he can kind of transfer his consciousness into other dolls, and I think there's supposed to be a scene where they're doing some sort of toy launch. So I think that what they're leading up to is there's going to be a scene where all these dolls break out of their fucking
There's
thing
a scene
and
in
just
the
start
trailer.
murdering a whole bunch of fucking people.
There's a scene in the trailer where you see like Andy walking through a toy store.
Right.
And it's all fucked up, and all the toys look like they broke out of their pack.
Exactly, yeah.
Like,
So there's going to be a wholesale slaughter with a bunch of dolls just going haywire.
Yeah,
wholesale
I think they're
slaughter.
allowed.
That's
I think now that there's so much fucked up shit going on in the world in general, they can make fucking horror movies actually more scary. That's why I think like the latest season of American Horror Story where they're in a fucking fallout shelter, like the reason why that was scary at first is because like when have you ever really fucking seen any kind of show where it takes place in a fallout shelter? Like at any point
the
in
second,
time.
what do you call it? Cloverfield was that setup with John Goodman.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty good movie, but yeah, it's not common.
Like
now.
and
it's not.
it was
common.
like
it's
way,
a new kind of
but
thing.
the way they did that, it's like it made me feel extremely claustrophobic. I think the way that they can go now, it's like they can go in any direction. Like referencing back to American Horror Story again, like in the first season with Tate when he gunned down the school.
Yeah.
Like I was never expecting to see something like that on like cable.
Cable's fucking awesome now.
It is, but I'm saying
they
like
could say fuck,
the
they could
amount
say
of
shit,
violence, the
they
amount
don't
of
care.
violence now though. I feel like
Hannibal.
the level
was on
just went.
NBC.
Yeah, crazy.
Do
Did you
whatever
ever
the fuck
watch
you want.
Hannibal on NBC?
No.
It was like based on Hannibal Lecter. Like they
No,
made a
that sounds
show.
cool.
Holy fuck! It was like Dexter, like level
Dexter.
of like, oh yeah, the killer sewed all these bodies together.
The
and
American
made
Horror
this-
Story, they're like fucking like making people eat like their own body parts and shit. I'm like, fuck, like the amount of
Hannibal
like
too.
grisly shit that is like mainstream now. Like I feel like just like I just feel like the whole horror genre for a long time was just very cliche. Like it was always like the same kind of formula. We're doing the same kind of thing, and now it's just like let's just
But now
let's gun down a school in this one. Like
when
It's
I
got
was
subgenres
Yeah, it's
now. It's
crazy.
a
It's
huge
crazy.
thing, and
when I was like, I guess 17, 16, a movie called Battle Royale came out. It was this Japanese flick where these students are all thrown onto this island, and there's like each one is like given a weapon and like thrown onto this island in a random place.
like
and
the Hunger Games.
Exactly. And it was like the last one to survive is like the winner and gets.
was there like a camera crew on the island filming everything?
No, it's all the way you see it, it's very cinematic, but it's all like closed camera system. Like they can watch the whole island and see what's going on.
What
And
do
I
they just
remember-
hang out and live off the land? And
No, because at different times, fucking like, say there's like 8 sections of the island or 9 sections of the island. It's like, oh, this section, everyone that's in here, everyone is wearing a collar. And if they're in that section of the
wedlock.
island, it'll just explode.
So it's
and
like the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
It's the Hunger. It's
the whole
Japanese
thing-
Hunger Games.
Exactly.
That was before the Hunger
But the
Games,
whole
right?
thing is when I was a kid and everybody was talking, like, this movie is coming out in Japan, I got the DVD and everything. Everyone's like, oh, kids killing kids. Like, this is never gonna they'll never make this in America. And they tried for years to make this movie in America, and it never happened. And then the Hunger Games happened, and everyone's like, this is great! Ha ha ha! It's like, fucking assholes. Like, you could have had this fucking 10 years ago, but you couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Because everyone was somehow more of a pussy, and I
No,
think
there weren't enough school shootings back then. Now that we're so desensitized to it, people don't fucking care.
that's true.
People just
There
don't
is a
fucking care
degree of
anymore.
that. Yeah.
It comes to the point where it's like, all right, another one. There's like been fucking like last year there were something like 70 something school shootings. I think like
Yeah, there's been a
That's
lot of
a
school
lot.
shootings, but if you actually look at violent crime overall, it's been dropping for the last few decades. American culture has actually gotten less dangerous, but for some odd reason, there's some reason why certain people get triggered and go shoot up a school. But if you look at overall,
Well, it's because we have a lot of violence.
Triggered.
We have a lot of
All right,
violence.
I have an
like-
inquisitor question.
Yeah.
What member of a local band would be most likely to shoot up the Clash bar?
I got that.
I know some people out there are gonna be, oh, it's you, Jim.
Is that a real question?
No, I just
I was
made it
gonna say,
up.
what
What is the question? You pulled it.
Do you know
Now
that one of my
gotta read
biggest
it.
I gotta read. Wait,
done down at my job?
Audible.
No, now you gotta read it though. You pulled it.
I think it's gonna be. Go ahead, you go.
I'm the first person.
Can we
getting shot
answer
dead
the Clash bar question?
It doesn't matter. I'm the first person getting shot because I'm right by the door.
No, I think it's gonna be
So-
Alexa.
I would jump in front
So
of you.
thanks.
I would totally jump.
She would just lift
go.
me and use me as a human shield.
Are you kidding? I'd throw the fucking table at the shooter and give him a fucking star.
Honestly, Paul, you'd be a real shitty human shield.
Thanks.
I gotta like twist you around in a circle like a towel or something, like deflect a bullet.
You're a very skilled musician, and I'm just a hack, but I'm a better human shield. I can cover more ground.
Listen, guys,
Comparatively?
when the time
Yeah.
comes, you guys can all fight over it then.
All right. If you had to kill one of your co-hosts, who would it be and why? If you don't choose one, your girlfriend or wife dies.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ!
This just isn't nice, but Phil.
Yeah, I knew she was gonna say that. Fine,
I was
right
gonna
back
say
at ya.
Alexa. I don't care.
I would if I was walking out in the snow.
It's like a
with
really
Jim,
shitty thing.
I would kill him and lay inside of him like a tauntaun.
Oh.
So that's how I'm going out. Alright, it could be worse.
Hey Jim, what's that?
See, this is what I'm doing.
Hey, Jim, who are you gonna kill?
Oh god. I would kill. I don't know. I'd have to kill Phil.
Everybody wants to kill me. What else is new?
Nobody wants to kill me, Phil. I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's because I think you're in my house. It's like if you guys decide you want to kill me, I have a machete there. It's like, let's see.
I thought it was like you run the equipment or something.
What are you doing for Valentine's Day, guys?
All right. Well,
Valentine's Day.
actually,
What a bunch of bullshit.
all right. A long time ago, Allie and I started dating, and we decided that Valentine's Day is bullshit, and we had no expectations of each other. But what we did do is we went to a Rite Aid. We bought some discounted candy, a few days after on the weekend, and I bought a direct to DVD movie called Diary of the Dead. It was a zombie movie in like a first person perspective.
And George Romero.
Nice.
It wasn't Romero was attached, but I don't think he was the director.
Yeah, no, he was the director.
He was.
Diary of the Dead there's like Land of the Dead, and then there's another one, and then there's Diary of the Dead.
But it was a direct to DVD. It was kind of it was a lower budget.
It's all like a documentary.
Right, it's a bunch of people were shooting a student film, and then it turned into.
And there's military guys that show up, and those guys are in the previous movie, and they run into these kids shooting a documentary. It's like it's supposed to be a real.
I had no idea. I thought he was just the executive producer to get the dead
No,
name.
he really did.
I sold the master short. I'm sorry. It was a really good movie. It was well casted. It was just a bunch of unknown names. But anyway, so Allie and I did this, and then we started. We invited Dennis and Aaron, and then eventually, when Aunt was single, Aunt would come around, and we would just hang out and just watch zombie movies. And then we kind of opened it up to other things, and it became this thing. And now I feel like Perry Farrell with Lollapalooza. Like I started this thing, and now it's a party where girls are making like zombie cakes and weird bone.
Where's my invite?
I don't know. I'm not in charge anymore.
Oh.
So I don't know. The thing is I think it should be about the movies, and there's a lot of people that show up that don't watch the movies and talk loud in the next room, and it's not, it's not ideal. I don't know. I'd like to find another venue.
Do you have a bad Valentine's Day story? You do.
I'll let her go first.
Oh man, this is like the worst story. So I got dumped on Valentine's Day after I was given a box full of a dick. that I got for Christmas too. It's literally a box, hole cut in it. I open it. There's dick in it, dick in a box.
Oh my god!
Was
it a real dick?
Yeah.
It was attached to a dude?
Yeah, no, it was my ex-boyfriend's dick.
Oh, we had a king missile
anyway, so we were living together. We were engaged for like 2 years.
He was like, I got you a present, and you opened up his dick.
This is when I was 22. So I was engaged.
Had you seen the dick prior? Just curious.
No, it was my boyfriend's dick.
So you had seen it prior?
Yeah, no.
So he's regifting something you already seen.
He's regifting his penis.
Yeah, he should have given you like a bigger dick.
Listen, he should have.
Yo, Tyrone.
Are you looking for a bigger dick?
Listen, poor people have to do what they can. I was
so big it can't fit in.
I was actually a little surprised he could keep the box like not squished from fucking December to February. I gave it to him for that. So anyway, after I fuck him, after he gives me his box, we're playing Mario Kart, and he just turns to me and goes,
you gave him your box.
he turns to me and goes, I'm miserable. I don't love you anymore. You can stay here until the end of the month, but then you gotta move out. Yeah. And I'm like,
damn.
Word. And I like literally moved out that day. But that was my one bad no, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. That was my one bad one.
You're gonna live.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. And then there's a lot of bad ones. Let's go to someone else and then we'll come back.
All right, I got it. Okay, so I was dating this Canadian chick with blonde hair.
Canadian, eh?
Named Jody. And she was big on the let's get a hotel and have sex and then eat at Sizzler. So
this was the 90s.
Yeah.
Sizzler.
Jody.
Classy.
You fucking minx.
She got like a Fredericks of Hollywood Teddy, and
nice.
But she had her period, and it was my bloody Valentine.
I call that a dirty secret.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have shamed her. I won't say her last name.
It's fine, Jody, with your period. Way to be a woman.
Because I dated two Jodies. It was very confusing. One was spelled with an I and a Y, and I kept fucking up on the cards.
The one with the Y of a dick? That's like usually how a dude spells it.
My name is Jody.
No, wait, no, it was... it was freaking... Yeah, Jody was Jody. She spelled it like a boy.
Johnny.
I can think of my worst Valentine's Day. It was, I went to Chevy's with a girl, and she tried to order a mineral water.
That's the worst? Yeah. Okay, this will get kicked out of her house.
I
have blood all over my cock, and you got a pretentious girl that ordered mineral water?
This happened 2 days before Valentine's Day, but it counts as Valentine's Day because, so I was dating this guy, this is right after, this is literally like, maybe like the year after. I was like, didn't date anyone for a while. I was talking to this guy from September. By November, he gave me a key to his apartment, and he got a puppy because I really wanted a fucking puppy. So he got a puppy so I could play with his puppy.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. So I go to his house, like literally 2 days before Valentine's Day, because he stopped answering his phone, and I needed a bunch of my clothes because, you know, I need my clothes and my makeup bag. Anyway, so I go to the house, I let myself in, and I'm like, just like kind of pulling my shit, and then I hear something in the house. I'm like, oh, like Frank, and like I call out Frank, and it's like this little fucking Mexican guy comes out. He's like, hello, and I'm like, hi, who are you? He's like, you're Alexa? I'm like, yeah. He says, oh, there's more of your stuff in the garage. And I'm like, where's Frank? He goes, he had to go home to his wife. This dude had a wife in California, and he was a chef out here, and he was living out here. And like the whole time, like, I mean, I decorated his fucking apartment when he first moved in. Like, he had no furniture. He was like fresh out. He was living out here, but apparently he had like a wife or something. But like, I mean, I picked his fucking nephew up from school and shit. Like, I hung out with his sister. So like 2 days before Valentine's Day, I just like go to pick up some of my stuff and like, surprise, like, I've been dating you for like better half of a year now, and
yikes,
you're like married and shit. And he took the dog.
All right, I need 2 seconds. You are a beautiful person and worthy of love.
Oh, I know.
Somebody needs to tell you that every day.
Oh, no, they do.
Okay.
That's not my problem.
This is Deep Thoughts with Jim Cook. We're going to talk about our feelings now.
That was so nice.
I always tell Jim that.
That was so nice.
I need it. Oh my god. I have a lot of ball busters in my life. But
My
anyway.
first Valentine's was when I put my dick in a box as a present. Oh, never mind. What
No, what was your worst Valentine's Day?
I went out to dinner with my ex-fiance, and we went to I forget, we were going to some store to pick up something for the apartment, and we got hot and heavy in the car, and I started fingering her, and her period started, and then I had to go find the restroom in the Kmart to wash my hands.
You don't keep handy wipes in a glove box?
They were in the car.
I would have just put him in
Should
his
have licked him
mouth.
like a real man.
Ew.
Wow.
Actually, I was
a
gonna-
girl ordered mineral water. I'm still so disappointed.
No, one time I had my period, dead ass, and this guy was like, I really want to eat your. I'm like, go for it. Like he was eating raspberries.
Oh God.
I didn't like him though, so I let him.
Yeah, no, a girl ordered.
I kind of
mineral
wanted him to
water.
leave me alone at that point. I was like, at least he'll stop talking. Swear to God, though. I watched like 3 episodes of the Gilmore Girls. He had gills. It was amazing.
Did you order mineral water?
You know what I did? I ordered a prickly pear San Pellegrino, which they didn't have.
What the fuck is with San Pellegrino?
So it's
right?
like juice, sparkling juice water. It's good. It's just so fucking good.
It's a carbonized
Prickly-
mineral
in this
water
order,
with,
prickly
with a
pear,
degree of juice. They also
prickly
make
pear,
varieties
blood
of tea.
orange, lemon, which is
Blood orange is actually my favorite.
Blood orange is my second favorite, but I buy it all the time because they don't have prickly pear.
I've demoed the product.
I have one question. Who is the asshole of the week?
The asshole of the week. The asshole of the week is at Belfast Zoo. Whoever was supposed to be watching the chimpanzee cage, because those guys found a way to climb out. They built a makeshift ladder, and the monkeys ran out of the zoo while nobody was looking.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, you know what?
Escaped.
Those monkeys are awesome.
Those monkeys are also the heroes of the week, I think.
Yeah, we don't have heroes of the week, but this week it's monkeys. Who's your asshole of the week, sir?
It's me.
For shoveling snow?
Yeah. I killed a hooker. It was bad. Real sloppy
Again?
too. Oh my god. Yeah, the cops are coming for me. Now, can we skip me and come back to me, because I'm weighing my options on the asshole of the week. I'm just stalling with the
My
dead
boyfriend,
hookers
because he
there.
didn't cuddle me before he left for tour.
Oh,
Awesome.
that's why he's the asshole.
And then I told him I was obsessed with him, and you know what he said? He told me that his ex-girlfriend used to say that, and he asked me not to say it anymore because it was like sandpaper on his dick, and I was like, I'm gonna put sandpaper in my pussy, and you're gonna see what that's like.
Oh.
You're gonna see.
I got it. My asshole of the week is Mika's bitch sister, whose eyes are too fucking close together.
What is this?
Nice.
Who is this person?
Show us Facebook pictures.
No.
I want a roast.
Oh my god, it's from Curse of Chucky. It's from Curse of Chucky.
Ah!
Mika, the girl in the wheelchair. She had that bitch sister who was trying to kick her into a home so she could sell the house. And she was a bitch, and before Chucky kills her,
eyes.
he's like, just like I told your mother, your eyes are too fucking close together, and he stabs her in the eye.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just gave you a meatball of a reference.
Dude,
and
I
you went,
didn't even get it.
You gave him meatball.
you're like, Mika, who's this girl Mika? Oh my god, Jim's talking shit about somebody. This is hot.
We all hate her now. Who is she? Show me pictures on Facebook. I have to see her Facebook. I mean,
Who's your asshole of the week?
My asshole of the week is... I don't know. There's so many to choose from.
Are you gonna go with that politician in the blackface and then lying about it? Are you gonna go with...
Nah, I don't want to go with a politician.
Okay.
Fuck them. You know what? I think my asshole of the week is me for attempting to fix a Kelly plate. Taking it full bore to the head and no selling it. Now none of those warehouse guys are gonna fuck
not
with
collecting
me
on that insurance.
because no
money.
human will ever hit me that hard. That's what I decided.
Wow. I guess are we getting out?
We're getting out of here.
Hey,
Oh, what you should do.
Bye.
wait,
Where to find us and stuff.
Yeah, guys.
On the internet, duh.
listen, I can be reached at jqvoice@yahoo.com, and If you're a voice actor, you can do an impression. I'm starting to collect a pool of impressionists.
Ooh. Never told me that, Jim.
And I'm telling you now. I'm telling you all now. This is an open cast call. I was going to do a VO for it for the beginning, but I didn't have time, so...
maybe you could do a voiceover as Eartha Kitt, and I could be Adam West.
Men? What do I need men for?
Remember when you fingered Frank Gorshin in the ass and Burt Ward jerked off?
My friend, I'm doing a project called Twisted Realm. The writers haven't written everything yet. I want to have a pool of what we have to work with so we can incorporate it into the writing. But there is a Comic-Con skit, so if you can do something Comic-Con related, that would be helpful.
If you can do a Comic-Con related voice, I can do old Adam West. Maybe you can do something too and help Jim with his show.
Stop it, you rube! I'm heading to the Close Encounter Symposium. That was the line I wanted you to do as Dreyfus for the bit.
Stop it, you rube! I'm heading to the Close Encounters of the Third Kind Symposium.
I love.
Yeah, the great teeth. Oh.
Yeah, you're. I have a spreadsheet with the pool. Your name's already on it, and I have most of your voices.
I got a killer Miss Swan.
Okay, yes, we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
And if you do a voice,
I got a low.
I think you should do voices. You don't have to do impressions.
I'll do a normal voice.
Okay.
You can do the nanny.
Oh, Mr. Sheffield.
Mr. Sheffield, I want to suck your cock.
You're so English. Why are you even in this country, huh? You need a green card.
I would throw Fran Dresser one. She just looks like she'd be cuddly and it would be warm.
She looks like she could deep throat.
Oh yeah, that too.
She could throw it out.
Anyway, on that note,
oh wait, Asher. Phil Perry the Raider on Instagram, Phil Perry the Raider on Facebook, and I also now have a Gmail. If you want any help with any writing or editing stuff, philperrytheraider@gmail.com.
And don't send me your dicks at Baby Satan Child on everything.
And when you come to the Clash Bar, don't look at her boobs, look at her eyes. She's a person, unless she asks you.
No, you'll know.
You'll know.
I go to your dick, I go honk honk. Hey, big boy. Touch my titties.
Hey.
Bye.
Later.
All right.
Honk honk.
Stand by for contact.
The following program is for adults only. Parental guidance is suggested.
We hope you enjoyed our presentation of Cult of Contempt podcast. If you have any questions or want to hear your band on the show, just write us at cultofcontemptpodcast@gmail.com or check us out on Instagram or right here on Facebook. On behalf of Paul and Phil, I want to thank you for listening. We'll see you next week at 8:15. I'm Jim Cook. Transmission out.